Good morning, crypto Twitter, it's Misty Crypto, spreading crypto with doctors showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included, it's really that simple. We are savage, amazed, boss, SD, making money at the same time, spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z, better change the world, so y'all better get ready. Misty Crypto, I'm never backing down, I got a wax account, you should say it out. So many NFTs, I think I lost count, and I'm only getting started, yeah, I'm barely off the ground. Misty Crypto, you cannot stop me, my hands are made from diamond, your hands fall like origami me. Never be the boss of me, Bitcoin's all I need, when I say I'm zesty, that's just me, talking all day. Crypto and yum bomb marketplace, I wanna see the more, we gotta go through cyberspace. Leave this world without a trace, say pay for a different day, cause we partners in the cryptos didn't stay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Miss Teen Crypto Show. I hope everybody's having a lovely Monday. Hope you all enjoyed the weekend. I know in New York it was hot, and today it's rainy and not nice out, but it's nice in my heart, and I feel sunny inside, so that's how it's gonna be. If you guys are new to the channel, what's up? I'm Miss Teen Crypto. It's nice to meet you. Please like, subscribe, and share out this video with friends because the zest is about to turn up. Thank you for everyone in the chat that's here. It's so nice to see all of you. As always, before we jump into the show, I'm going to thank two amazing sponsors in the Miss Teen Crypto Show. First being Wax Blockchain, absolutely killing the game as always. I will be giving away a Hot Wheels NFT pack, so watch out for this one. Next, we have Ballet Crypto, absolutely amazing. Awesome wallets. We will be giving away one of these during the show today. And also Supremacy. If you guys have not heard of Supremacy, we are both wearing Supremacy swag today, supremacy.game. We will be giving away one secret code. And what this secret code will do will give you some subs to play the game and some mechs to start playing. So watch out for that. And we're going to watch out for both key phrases from Madi. I'm going to give you guys an NFT right now. If we get 25 likes, I'll drop another. So let's get into our amazing guest today, the one and only Madi Greenspan. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. We're having some fun in the Greenspan house, as you can see.
I know, there's one thing that Madi is known for, and that is on Twitter Spaces or any interview, there's always little Greenspans around. So how many kids do you have now? 4?
4, that's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
It was about a month old.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to say the other one's new, freshly minted. Oh, that's so adorable. So what is it like to live this crypto lifestyle with 4 kids?
Well, so I got 4 kids and 3 companies. So I mean it's pretty hectic. So yeah, I mean we just keep busy,
100%.
What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, you've gone through a lot, Madi. You're a very interesting person, and you're very experienced in the markets and everything like that. What did you? I know you're in Tel Aviv now. Did you grow up there, or were you in the States at one point?
Yeah, I moved to Israel when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
It was 1985, and I came back for college. Went to Long Beach City, and yeah, I've been back most of my life, I guess, here since then.
Wow. So what did you do in college? What was your major?
Oh no, I so I did really good the first semester, and then second semester I just kind of nosedived. It just lost interest and said, "Wait a second, what am I doing here?" I felt like it was kind of a waste of time, and I ended up smoking grass on the lawn and playing guitar, and that was the end of that. So
Wow.
I started working in the financial markets in 2008. I got a job with a broker at Ava FX. It was an online broker, so cutting edge. I had front row seats to the end of the world at the time.
That's what I was That's what I was thinking.
Lots of clients coming and going, and I've been full time in the financial markets ever since then.
That's very interesting. So what led you to finance, especially in 2008, because that was an intense time for the markets, as we all know, kind of the inspiration behind Bitcoin's birth and whatnot. So what was it like to enter the financial markets at that time? And did you see any issues with the markets during that time while you were a part of it, essentially?
I mean, yeah, well, I've always been somewhat interested in, making money or passive income and stuff like that. I've been paper trading gold since I was 13 years old. I mean, just my family's into that kind of stuff. So it's just part of who I am, I suppose. And actually, when I got that job at Ava FX, like I remember telling the person in the interview that I actually had a demo account with them, about a year earlier
Wow.
because I was at home researching how to make money online, and that was like the first things that come up. You want another one? Go to the fridge, get another one. Ask Elliot for another. Go get the 8 ball, man. Let's go get the 8 ball. Let's do some market predictions.
Yes, we're going to do market predictions with an 8 ball today, just so you guys know. So if you guys have any questions or any requests to ask the 8 ball, definitely drop that in the chat right now. But entering the financial markets at 12 years old and paper trading gold, why gold?
It was at the time. I mean, I suppose in the wake of um, Bretton Woods and all of that, it was just an interesting thing for me. Like, just my mother always told me, the price of gold always goes up long term, and that got me started thinking on like investing and hard money and stuff like that.
And then when you started working at, I think you said Ava FX, what was it? What was it like to work there? What were you doing there essentially?
So I started out as a sales representative. So I would call the people who had opened up free demo and see if I could, help them with their first investment. And then moved on as a retention agent. Always just, kind of updating my clients about what's going on in the market. You really using market movements as a funnel to onboard new people. And that was really the thing.
Absolutely. And do you think it's important to, especially because you started investing at a young age, do you think you should start investing at a young age, especially because you have children now and they kind of like you're kind of thinking about financially their future and things like that?
I think that everybody in the world, young and old, has an obligation to invest in financial markets because fiat money by design is supposed to go down in value over time. I mean, it's not, they don't even hide it. It's like they call it, we want inflation. They're like, we like having inflation and we want it to be 2%. Now it's 8%. Oh, well, let's try and get it back to 2%. They're not saying, okay, we need 0% inflation. Like by design, fiat currency is supposed to go down. And financial assets by design are supposed to rise in value over time.
And we're good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. And
I'm listening.
And what did you like? I know you did some business development, and you're very entrepreneurial. So, like, what do you feel like is kind of like the move for a business, especially like maybe in this point in time where crypto, there's a bear market, the markets are down in general. Like, how are businesses developing now? Do you feel like there's a lot of innovation going on? Like, what are your thoughts on businesses in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think that bear markets are a time of innovation. We can really feel
Absolutely.
that. I mean, last month was very difficult for many people. But I think this month there's more of like, a propensity to close deals, propensity to do businesses, and for people to actually like they're right now people are very eager to make things happen, to build things because. I think that, I felt it myself, and I think that in large part, the markets became very apathetic near the top, right? Or very docile, and people like, yeah, we're changing things and blah, 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 but also we're freaking rich now and we don't care, right? So, and that's interesting times, but I don't think that it's very good for innovation. It's not very good for, okay, let's make things happen. And now that people are sweating a little bit, there's that let's make things happen vibe, and I think that really is something that like changes things. I think that we have this even though it's been very, very sad time for many people, especially people who have invested more than they could afford to lose in
Yeah.
specific projects without naming any names. That sucks. That really sucks. And there isn't any real way to fix that. But those people should at least understand that, we're learning those hard lessons now and fixing the financial markets for later. Because I really do believe that cryptocurrency is the democratization of finance, but also we've been in a situation for so long where we've been sheltered from scams and stuff like that by the SEC and other regulators, that people forgot what a scam looks like and forgot to take personal responsibility for their own actions. There isn't really, I mean, you could say, okay, do your own research, but there really wasn't an amount of research that could have been done, by a newbie to avoid those specific projects. I mean, they looked like everything was legitimate. There was leaders involved who were doxxed, and those leaders were basically lying to people's faces, and in some way, but in some way you could even tell that they probably in their heart thought they were doing the right thing by investors. And only in retrospect it came out that they were actually wolves in sheep's clothing. But my point is that for beginners, the only real way to protect yourself is through diversification, right? So, is to basically plant many seeds, water those seeds often. Some of them are going to get, are going to turn into dust and never yield anything, but some of them are going to grow into very large trees. And that's been my philosophy from the beginning, which is why I was able to avoid most of the fallout from here. Obviously, a lot of our clients on the research side told us, look, we're firing people left, right, and center here. Research is not our top priority right now.
Yeah.
Which really sucks for myself and sucks for the people who relied on that income from quantum economics. But the good news from our side was that everybody's on a revenue share basis, so I didn't actually have to fire anybody or anything like that. So economics is able to continue to grow. We've been onboarding a lot of new talent, very talented people lately.
That's great.
And even have a few interesting deals in the works. Our mining venture is going very, very well right now.
Ooh.
Because of the downturn. We're looking at buying mining equipment for pennies on the dollar.
That's smart.
Because we're going online at a very opportune moment. And then we've got a business with Revolt, which I don't want to go into too much detail right now, but to suffice it to say that this is an opportunity that was born of the bear market, a project that was basically abandoned by its founders, and we're gonna take the reins and move it forward with the help of and collaboration of several other projects. It's quite exciting, and I can't wait to share more details as that happens.
That's amazing, Madi. Like we said, the bear market's the best time to build. That's when you make your connections, have your foundation set, and you've been building quantum economics for a while now. Do you mind diving into what quantum economics is for friends who might not know, and how long you guys have been going, where this kind of started for you with quantum economics?
Yeah, so thanks for asking. We like to educate people on what's happening around them within the financial world.
Savage.
And what it means for them. And the easiest way, you can come to quantumeconomics.io, subscribe to the newsletter. It's completely free, and you're going to be exposed to a lot of interesting and creative opinions. I'm only writing 2 times a week, so that means we have other analysts and other opinions, which you're going to get plenty of. So certainly, you got the keys? All right, we got the keys.
All right. Let's do
not
it.
Your keys, not your coins.
Exactly. You got to have your keys. And, speaking of like business development and infrastructures and things like that, and especially what's happening right now, how did you kind of like position quantum economics in a way that you guys are able to withstand? I know you're talking about revenue sharing, and if you want to dive into a little bit of what that is for friends who might not know, and how you kind of positioned quantum economics in a way that you could survive and just like keep thriving and building, especially when, crypto and the markets in general have just kind of like this volatility, especially in this time.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of I keep hearing the word lately, cross-pollination
Yeah.
between different projects and people in the industry, and people tend to wear many hats. And for us, I mean that's it's basically a way of life where each and every person on our team actually they're advisors on several projects. Some of them are CEOs, some of them are entrepreneurs, movers and shakers. Some of them are very prolific writers. So we look for talent in many areas, and we look specifically for diversity, geographic, gender, racial, and ethnicity. You can see, I mean, of the people that are already on our team. But more important than that is everybody who comes on our team has specific talent and specific, stop yelling, specific knowledge that we wouldn't otherwise have. And this is, for me, this is like a page out of Dale Carnegie's book, where he basically says that, his father, Andrew Carnegie, the multi-billionaire, would surround himself with intellectuals. And that's what I'm trying to do. Is just take the smartest people that I know and bring them together. And then we work on many different things together. And that's really the point. We do, in addition to the newsletter, we put out regular blog posts, research notes, and analytics. As well as advisory on different projects and stuff like that. So just a lot of different things that we like to build together.
That is pretty zesty. I'm not going to lie, Madi. And you also have is Maddie Sat still doing Twitter Spaces for you guys? So you guys also have Twitter Spaces. That's a big part.
Yeah, we have 4 people on our team who like to host Twitter Spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Maddie Greenspan, Angie over there. So and Jared.
Alexandra Lores.
Yes.
Twitter Spaces. So yeah,
love Alex.
We do a lot of Twitter Spaces because I think it's very important to for communication with the masses, one to many, like we're doing now on YouTube and reading the hello friends messages.
Yeah. Wait, do we have the 8 ball?
The 8 ball. Where's the 8 ball? There it is.
Okay.
All right.
So
first question, 8 ball. Let's go.
All right. What should we ask? When moon?
When moon?
When moon?
You have to ask
yes or no.
Yes or no.
Are we at the bottom?
All right. Have we seen Mr. Magic 8 Ball? Has Bitcoin bottomed out? Most likely.
Oh, sheesh. Most likely. All right, guys. This is not financial advice, but the 8 ball, man, the 8 ball. It's putting it out there. What's your question, Madi?
Will Ethereum's market cap surpass Bitcoin's?
Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy.
When flippening, Mr. 8 Ball, will there be a flippening? It is certain. That's a pretty definitive answer. It will happen. Flippening will happen.
Maddie Sats goes, more burr. So will the printer continue to go burr?
Will Jerome Powell keep his steady finger on the printing button? Ask again later.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's not good. Inflation. Money printer go burr.
I think we should ask him again in 2-3 months after, Powell starts feeling the pinch.
Yeah, literally, we really should. And I have a thought that popped in my head when we're talking about some people that invested in platforms, not to name names. Do you think that there could have been a way for these companies maybe to be more transparent in what they were doing, or have like a better development plan and like a better business kind of infrastructure to avoid this?
Yeah, exactly. So this is what happens in bear markets. In bear markets, the saying that keeps going around lately is the water goes out and you get to see who was swimming naked. Right? I can't believe you haven't heard that one yet. But That's basically how it works. Bear markets is when business models get shifted. When the Fed is handing out free money, it's easy to make money. Anybody can do it, and it's easy to scale a company from 50 people to 1,000 people because there's money coming in every direction. You just picking dollar bills up off the floor. When the liquidity stops being free, right? When money stops being free, and they actually start taking back the money, that's when you see who's got a good business model that's viable, that'll stand the test of time, and who's actually just been leveraging themselves up in an unsustainable way. And you can use that leverage. You can unsustainably for as long as the market allows, for as long as the Fed keeps printing easy money, you can keep doing that. But as soon as that money comes away, and you see, can you pay your employees? Can you keep paying those yields that you offered, right? Usually yields are a product that should go up and down with the market, depending on, market supply and demand. So to offer a steady yield, already there's, you should have some sort of a suspicion of something like that. But other than that, I remember when I first heard about Celsius, I was in Amsterdam and they had this very clever ad, which was, it said, park your assets here. It was actually sitting on the chair, actually sat on the advertisement.
That's hilarious. I love that.
And I remember thinking at the time, like, who are these people? Why should I trust them with, my keys? Like, I remember hearing Andreas Antonopoulos saying, not your keys, not your coins. So why would I give this to these people? And for what? For an extra few percentage points? It didn't really make sense for me at the time. I did want to try it out, though, because I'm a tinkerer, because I like to do different types of investments, and as I said, diversify.
You like to mess around.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, I wasn't able to open an account with them because I'm in Israel, and they didn't allow me to download the app from here, even though I am an American citizen. I just couldn't do it. I said, okay, that's the end of that, and I moved forward. But yeah, people probably could have been a bit smarter, but you know what? Randy, they will be next time. And the market is going to use this as a way to heal itself. I believe that DeFi is the future. And this recent market crash is a crisis on the level of 2008. This is no less than the 1920s Great Depression. I believe that this market crash, and people are committing suicide just like they did back then. There's a lot of parallels that can be drawn, but in every house of cards that collapses, and I don't know if you've ever built a house of cards. Right?
I've attempted. Never really went too well.
You get up to the third level, and then something happens, and everything goes right, and it just falls right.
Exactly.
Flat pile on the ground, except for there's a little structure that remains, right?
Yes. And
there's like a little way, right, or like maybe 4 or 5 of them will be together, and the rest of the cards are lying flat on the side or tilted towards them. And to me, I mean, that little structure, I mean, that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and decentralized exchanges, right? Because decentralized exchanges, they've got everything. I don't know if you're.
Oh no, Mati, where did you go? I think we're having a little bit of a connection issue. Oh, I think you're back.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good.
You froze for a second.
Internet connection is unstable. All right.
You're okay now. Do you see me? Do you hear me? Are we chill? Oh, no. I think we lost Madi, guys. Hi, friends, in the chat. We have Marky Mark. We have Moo Chain, Jeb, Maddie Sats, Jim, Randy, all the friends. John, Paul McNeil. Yeah, I think we lost Madi for a quick second. Hopefully, maybe he'll leave and rejoin. But Madi, can you ask the ball if I'm going to make it in this bear market? Of course you're going to make it. We don't need the 8 ball to tell you that. All right, so Madi is going to be back in a second, so I'll just chill here. So, yeah, Madi will be back soon. No worries, my friends. I'm going to just chill here for a second. While he comes back, he'll rejoin. I'm going to leave this here open. So, yeah, guys, how's everything going? Oh, you guys are asking how I'm doing. Oh no, thank you, friend. I'm chilling. I'm absolutely chilling. I'm having a good day. Except that it's like thundering outside. I don't really mess with that. Like I'm not a rain person. I like sunshine. I like to go out. I like to like touch grass. And couldn't do that today. Marky Mark, we have to get crypto to solve the Wi-Fi issues. Yeah, facts, man. Maddie, jump in for Maddie. Yo, Maddie, we could do that. That would be funny. Let's have Maddie and Maddie. We could actually do that. Yeah, imagine Maddie's pulling a prank on us, Surya. That would be crazy, man. Of course. See, Jim knows. Of course, we're all going to make it. Come on, man. So, rain grows grass. You know what? That's actually true. That's actually true. So, you know what? I won't hate on the rain because actually we needed rain. It hasn't rained here in a while. Ooh, Maddie's back. All right, let's do this. Let's get Maddie back on this show. Yeah, where's Maddie Sats, man? Is he still in the chat? Maddie, you're back.
Invite the whole crew on one time.
We could have Maddie Sats jump in.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, all right, Maddie, hold on. I'm gonna send you a DM on Twitter real quick. Wrong button. I'm gonna send you the invite link right now. We're gonna have Maddie Sats jump on. We're gonna have a surprise guest, fam. Oh my gosh, I'm
There we
actually
go.
really excited about this. All right, Maddie, check Twitter really quick.
And that way, if my internet crashes, at least you guys won't have to stop going.
It's okay. I was talking to the chat. All right, I sent Maddie Sats. I sent you a DM, my friend. Please come on. I'll have my Zoom tab ready for you. And while we're chilling here, waiting for Maddie, let's drop another NFT in the chat just because you guys are absolutely amazeballs. And I think this might be I think this is the Hot Wheels ones. So get ready. Get ready. So, where's Maddie? Is he here yet? No. So, Mati, while we wait for Mati, do you mind talking about what you think of play to earn games at the moment while we're repping our supremacy swag?
Yeah, I actually saw Time Twitter did a whole takedown on Axie Infinity, basically, today, and I wanted to respond to that. I didn't have the time or the patience. Too busy writing about the flippening today.
Yeah. Dang.
Basically, I mean, like they're like, people like you know that I believe that GameFi is the future of universal basic income. I believe that with my heart and soul. But on the other hand, I mean, it has to be done in a way that's sustainable.
Yes.
You can't take an entire country and move them over to the blockchain and start creating free money and say that this is any better than the system that came before it. I mean, it has to be productive, obviously. I know that, and one of I remember very well, like in the early days of supremacy, they came in and they changed the token economic model to be less favorable for winners. And until that point, they were paying out from the treasury, and they were paying out big time from the treasury.
Yeah.
And I got mad at them. I was like, you guys are making a very drastic change very early on in the game. Players are mad at you, and like, what's going on, guys? And they're like, well, we don't want to be a Ponzi scheme. And it turns out they're absolutely right?
They make good moves.
It has to be sustainable, right?
Absolutely.
There have to be winners and losers, right? There have to be people who are playing the game very well are going to make gains, and people who are playing the game very poorly are going to make losses, right? And if you don't have winners and losers, I mean, at least some, it doesn't have to be exactly a zero-sum game, but if it's only people winning, then you're going to run into problems later on down the line when the whole thing comes crashing down at once. And then at that point, you haven't managed anybody's expectations, and everybody's going to feel extremely depressed and dejected when it blows up in their face.
That's a big thing because There's a lot of regulations surrounding gaming and all this stuff going on the blockchain, because it's just so hard for the government to track what's going on here. And there's a lot of overcomplication with tokenomics, and I feel like Supremacy does really well in just evaluating what's going to work. And I think they just have a very well structured team, which is why I really like them. Actually, let's give out our Supremacy code. So this is going to give you everything you need to start in Supremacy. I'm gonna drop the code. And how should I do it? Let's enter a keyword, and if you win this one, then you will DM me on Twitter with Actually, you just DM me on Twitter and tell me that it's you, and I'll send you the code, and you could go to, I'll give you the link so you could go claim. And then in a few minutes, we'll do another Ballet Wallet giveaway. Let's actually pick a keyword. Madi, pick a keyword for friends to enter in the chat to win the Supremacy card or the secret code.
How do I pick a keyword? What does that mean?
Just a word. Any word.
So I say a word right now?
Yeah.
Boat.
Boat. All right, guys. So a boat is where you don't lose your private keys. So please enter boat in the chat to win a Supremacy secret code that gets you everything you need to get started in the game. Now, let's introduce our second zesty pop-up guest of the show. The one and only Maddie Satz, a returning guest of the Miss Teen Crypto Show. How are you doing? I miss you. Much love.
I love your shirt, man.
Much love. Yes, thank you, friends. It's good to be here. I saw that you were doing the thing today with the CEO and founder. So, got to come through always and show love when I can. I'm always a big fan of you, Randy, and your work across the web and around the world. And so it's great to be able to pop in and connect and just kind of share. I like hearing more about Supremacy in the game because it's I've known a little bit. I've seen some of the gameplay. And for a gamer like myself, who's generally an FPS kind of guy, this is a game that looks really, really exciting. The whole battle mech and building it is also really exciting. So I want to hear more about it and kind of learn from you guys.
Yeah, Monty, go for it.
It's still in the very early phase.
Absolutely.
I mean, they made a decision very early on that they're not going to be like some projects, which we will not name, that, give a lot of hype and deliver a little bit. And, and they actually came out with the token, and they put it online on the market on the same day as they came out with the beta version of the game. Right. Mm-hmm. And the beta version of the game, obviously, it was a beta version, a very, very first iteration. I remember playing, being one of the first players, and there was so much lag, between the time you would drop the nuclear missile and the time that it was like a minute and a half until it actually hit the ground. Like, how can you aim like that? And today, I mean, they've taken care of that lag. They continue to make the graphics better and better. And now they're implementing new features. So you have your robots, and now you can have your weapons that you can attach to the robots, and the weapons are NFTs, and the robots are NFTs. And the roadmap keeps going out further and further until there's actually land, and there's fighting over battles, fighting over resources and stuff like that. So, usually it takes a while to create a game like this, but rather than doing that behind the scenes, they're actually doing it in a very open and transparent way, where we can all participate in it. We can all, watch it from the very early days, and we can all, accumulate, some tokens and some hardware, like NFTs, while we're doing it. So I think that's actually quite a perfect in my mind. I'm extremely honored to be an advisor on this project, to get one-on-one time with
really quick. MTC, how many times have you destroyed Marty Greenspan on the battlefield?
We're on the same team.
You are on the same team? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on the same team. I popped into the game. I knew Marty was involved, but I one day I was in the chat, I was playing, and one of the best parts is that you actually get to play with your team. So it's all very strategic. You have your Red Mountain, that's where Marty and I are, and then there's Zaibatsu, and then there's Boston Cybernetics. There's three main teams, or factions, I guess. And it's really fun, and you get to play with your team and just chat. And I remember I was in the chat at first, and then I saw Marty Greenspan's name pop up, and I was like, no freaking way. But we were on the same energy. That means, we were feeling the same Red Mountain vibe. So it was really
What are the game requirements for folks who want to get into the game and play?
You need to get some subs. You need to get some tokens. You need to get a mech, which is your
right now you can't play. They've taken down the game for a week for upgrade. There's a major upgrade coming called Nexus.
Super excited.
Have you been through the walkable hangar, by the way, already?
Yeah, I have. It's really nice. I really wanted. I feel like there needs to be some sort of unboxing video from them for that, just so people could
Yeah.
see.
See, what they do is they under promise and over deliver. They say
That's
we're
facts.
coming out with an upgrade, and then you come in and they're like they actually like you can now go visit your NFTs in like real size because the robots like supposedly like they're the size of like a 4-story building, right? So you can actually now go in like with and walk around them, look at them from different angles, go up the stairs, down the stairs, and see like your robots in real space, like in the metaverse. Not just and then once the game comes back online, then you can actually put them into battle and stuff like that. And then they're coming out with basically a whole marketplace where people like me who they don't have time. We don't have time to sit there and play for 4 or 5 hours a day. I can actually rent out my robot or allow somebody to play it for me, and like they'll I'll give them a portion of my winnings or something like that, right? So just all kind of stuff that for me it's like I after a long day of hard work, I like to just drop a nuclear weapon on somebody. So
I love that.
Like that's my fun, and if I'm pissing somebody else off while I'm doing it, awesome. That's like
That's hilarious. Ooh, Paul McNeil, friend, you have won the Supremacy Secret Code giveaway.
Awesome, Paul.
I'll send it
The
to you.
curator, man.
Yeah, dude, if you guys don't know Paul McNeil, please get to know Paul McNeil. He's an OG in the space.
That's man.
Paul, join Red Mountain.
Yeah, literally. All right, hold on. I'm actually sending it to Paul because I'm friends with him on Twitter. I know he's not a faker. Hold on. But
Paul's legit, man. Love Paul McNeil.
yeah, Paul McNeil is like the G. Do you mind, Maddie? Yeah, Maddie. I keep saying Maddie for Maddie. Maddie, do you mind giving an intro of yourself as well for people who might not have seen our episode together? And guys, if you haven't seen that episode, please watch it. It was really a vibe. It was such a vibe.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I kind of got into the space in 2017. Went down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. Kind of got orange pilled by Uncle Maxi. Ended up meeting Marty Greenspan in 2019 at the Litecoin Summit and World CryptoCon in Vegas, and became
Vegas.
Yeah, man, Vegas.
I love that shirt, by the way, and I've now, after our last conversation, I've now confirmed I'm very happy to publicly announce that I will be present at Litecoin Summit Las Vegas.
No way!
What?
No way,
What?
bro! Wait, are we all going?
You're going.
I'm going. He's
Randy's-
going. Are you going?
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah!
All right.
Actually, I'm just like, I'm not speaking, but I'm gonna go hang out.
Holy
All right.
sheesh!
I've got the
Holy
shirt, so
sheesh.
I'll just hang out.
All right.
That is so cool. We got to make this happen again.
We got to do something.
Ooh.
We got to do something.
Offsite event. Offsite event.
Offsite event. I've already spoken with the good folks at the Litecoin Foundation. They're happy to cross promote it for us. So.
Oh.
LFG, man.
We'll do an MTCQE event.
Oh, sheesh. This is getting real right now.
We actually, I already talked with Greenspan about this. We had a call, what was this, on our QE staff meeting about doing something very similar to this. Ooh. So we've already kind of kicked the tires. And if you're going to be there too, Randy,
exactly.
Join forces.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
MTCQE.
All right.
We're
Here's
having
the
some
deal,
collaboration.
Okay? All right. 60 NFTs. Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'm listening. I heard NFTs.
Okay. You need to have an NFT to get in. We give out 30 to speakers of the event, people that people want to speak with, and we sell the other 30 at auction.
This sounds pretty spicy. Not going to lie. I think we should have redeemable merch. I don't know. I'm going in a whole other direction. There's just so many things that we could do. Just I'm happy about Vegas and Litecoin Summit and just everyone popping out. Are you speaking, Marty? Oh damn. So this is more than a side event that you're doing there.
Yeah,
that's great.
You're gonna be a keynote speaker probably.
So I want to get your guys' opinion on self-custody right now, because I feel like that's just what we've been touching on a little bit, but not really diving into. I really wanted to get your thoughts on self-custody because you guys are both very experienced in the space.
Mr. Greenspan, I'll let you always go first. I defer to the best and the brightest.
I can tell you that I've never owned a Trezor or a Ledger or any other hardware wallet. Nobody's ever given me one, and I never actually went and bought one. I do, I don't understand the advantage over, let's say, holding your seed phrase or your private keys on a discount key, for example. I'm not technically minded, but I don't really see the advantage, and actually see a disadvantage because you can always get rugged by the provider of the wallet themselves, right? I mean, I don't know where you're buying it from, or, if it's not in the original package or somebody puts it in the original package, they know that you're going to be storing cryptocurrency on it. Therefore, there's, direct understanding from them. They do have an incentivization to not be playing by the rules or be straightforward. Probably, a lot of them spend a lot of time building up that reputation and blah, 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 and that trustworthiness. But at the end of the day, if you buy a Trezor or a Ledger, you are trusting the people who sold it to you, even if that is the company itself. So that's not a trustless system in my view. Whereas if I buy a SanDisk from the local hardware store, they don't know what I'm going to do with it. They don't have any reason to suspect it, and I can format it myself through the through the system.
That's some next level,
that's a lot. It's a lot safer. I don't understand what the difference is, but take that with a pinch of salt, because I'm not the biggest self-custody buff. I actually self-custodied for the first time a month ago or a few weeks ago because of all of this stuff, and everybody's like, self-custody. I haven't self-custodied since 2014 when that was the only option, literally.
Wow. That's pretty insane.
Because my strategy isn't about research and hold everything in one place. It's about diversification. So if you have an account there, an account there, an account there, one of them goes down, all right, it's okay, we've limited losses, right? And then obviously you see an entire collapse like this, and it's not so limited anymore, but also, I don't have the same problems that people who are storing their entire life savings on one of those platforms who throws withdrawals, right?
Yeah, that's insane. What are your thoughts on self-custody, Maddie?
Yeah, you know me, man. Be smart, be safe, stack, sats, hodl. I've been a self-custody guy since 17, been on that Ledger Nano since day one. Learn rule number one, not show keys. So I'm always self-custody. I don't go as far as the OG, Mr. Greenspan there, but man, he's like on that James Bond tip. He's like
literally, bro.
I'm a firm believer, always have been. If you don't own the keys, it's not yours. Andreas, everybody knows that. That's how it is. I feel really bad for folks who put money in. We have friends that we know that are involved with Celsius. The story that got me, I think maybe you might have seen it as well, was Frank over at The Block tweeted out there was a guy who mortgaged his house, took $100,000 and put it into Celsius, and now they can't get the money back, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and his wife is obviously not happy. And this was from Frank at the block. So it's not like some made up, bogus thing, right? Because he always puts out good content. So that kind of stuff scares me, and it makes me sad. And again, always drives back the point to me: be smart, be safe, stack, sats, and hodl. And if you just self-custody and do Bitcoin, you eliminate, I would say, 90% of all of the threat vector out there. Now, like Mr. Greenspan says, sure, there's that chance, but if you're buying your Ledger from Ledger directly and not a third party where it's something else, then you even decrease that even more. So that's where I feel safe in my stance on that.
But what if Ledger decides to up and rug you? They could be trustworthy now, but who knows?
But my wallet is created on the blockchain, on the Bitcoin blockchain, right? That wallet that I have, or the wallets that I had, I don't know, I lost them in a boating, whatever, but let's say I had them. Those are wallets that are there on the blockchain that only I or whoever has those seed words can get access to. So it doesn't matter whether I have
Scuba diver, right? Who found your
Yeah, he found your Ledger.
Scuba Steve found it. So I still think whether it's that or not, whether I have the Ledger, I just got to have the words, right? So
yeah, that's true.
I think the biggest thing that I think Paul McNeil talked about this in one of our spaces earlier was that, Ledger got hacked, but it was the information that got hacked, like emails and addresses and that kind of stuff. And Gerald Bata, our colleague from QE, goes, that's why you use a PO box. There's other ways that you can still insulate yourself through, just smart practices and procedures. So
I would really love to speak with somebody who knows a lot about this stuff and ask them about my disc on key theory, because I don't know a lot about this stuff, and everybody I've mentioned it to so far seems to think that that is a valid point. But I don't see why would a hardware wallet be any safer than a disc on key. I would see the disc on key as safer.
Well, it's thing though, like a
limited
wallet with a QR code, right? I mean, that's like probably the safest that you can go.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's why, like, kind of one of the reasons why I like Ballet is like this is completely offline. Like you're.
But you need to trust Bobby Lee.
He did it.
They printed that private key on the thing, right? So
It's
they
at
could
two
have
separate
easily.
locations, and I don't think Bobby Lee explained it very well. I can't articulate it that well, but he explained it that it was in two different locations. It's not like the private key is not stored anywhere.
And you need to trust him that it is in two different locations.
I mean,
He could have easily told you it's in two different locations and kept it in one.
I think Bob did a job of unpacking that as well. There is a lot of great security features, I think, with that Ballet wallet.
Yes.
And yeah, so there's a lot to be said for it. And I know Gerald's a big fan of it as well.
Yeah.
I have never. Bobby gave me one back in at the Litecoin Summit.
I have
when
it
it came out.
I never used it. I still have it.
It's so easy. I really like it. It's great for onboarding people. Actually, while we're talking about it, let's give one away. Maddie, do you mind giving me a word for friends to enter into the chat?
Yeah, how about we do Bobby, since we're just talking about it? It's a Ballet wallet. Let's do Bobby. The keyword is Bobby.
Yeah. Type Bobby in the chat to enter to win a Ballet wallet. Guys, please check out that episode as well with Bobby Lee.
You do great stuff, man. You have like really great guests, and the content's always good with you. It's always super spicy, super zesty. I love out on the streets though when you go to the city.
Yeah, man. It's been interesting. And the last time I went to the city was like last weekend, or was it the weekend? I think it was the weekend before. I went to Wall Street. Holy damn. That was like one of my most challenging days, to be honest. I was out there in like 100 degrees and I was sweating, man. Like me and my sister were hot, but we were like grinding for hours to try to talk to like at least a few Wall Street bros, and it was so hard to even talk to them. And like it was
They just didn't want to mess with you.
No, they like it's just like you go up there and you're like, "Excuse me," and like they're like, "No." Like and they'll walk away. Like I actually have a few clips of like of that. But they weren't that nice to begin with. And then like once you got talking to them and they would be like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about crypto." I'm like, "Listen, it's America, bro. You can say whatever you want on the camera. Like it doesn't matter." And they were still like not interested. So it was hard to get a few interviews. Like I was there for hours just to get maybe like 2 or 3 interviews. Yeah. It's a grind though, and I like it. Like I really don't mind doing it. I love doing it just because it's cool to see like what their perspectives are, because none of them really know none of the ones I talk to at least know what Bitcoin is or own any, which I think is a little concerning.
Or at least they don't want to say it on camera.
Well, listen, like I think if they know about it, they should at least say they know about it. Like sheesh, like I met people from Morgan Stanley when I was there, like. And it was just like they don't want anything to do with it. But I find that very, like, I feel like I don't know, Madi maybe could have more input on this too. Like, wouldn't the traditional financial system want to embrace something like this? Like, because it's just it's inevitable.
They are. I mean, their initial reaction, of course, is the whole 5 stages, right? First they fight you, and then they laugh at you, and blah blah blah, and they will embrace it eventually, and they are already in the process of literally. I mean, I'm starting to hear Congress people saying that Bitcoin is a very American thing, right? Or Bitcoin is American as apple pie.
A little bit.
You hear them starting. I mean, and they start talking about how Bitcoin is freedom and it aligns with values of the United States. And the longer we go, I mean, we're still in the very early stages, right? Bitcoin is only like, what is it, 10 years old at this point? So
no, 12,
yeah.
13.
It's
12 years old. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a tween. And then
think about the internet, right? I mean, from the time it was invented until it saw mass adoption, it took like 40 years, right? And a lot of technologies are like that, and now we're seeing already mass adoption after only 12 years. We're still in the very early stages. In the next 20 years, I mean, nobody's even going to be talking about, Bitcoin and resistance from governments or something like that. It'll all be, second nature. It'll just be
Let me
facts.
for you because it kind of ties back to Randy's point earlier about self-custody, ballet wallets, treasure, etc. I kind of am under the impression, just because I'm a hardcore maxi hodler, that eventually the right to you, for you and I and everybody, the self-custody is going to be taken away, or they're going to try to, and it could very well come down to like the Second Amendment in the United States, like the right to bear arms. Whether you want to have the right to own a gun or not, they want to try and take away that right. And I think they're going to try to take away that right, to take away those private self-custody wallets. My thought, probably, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
In the United States, I don't think so.
No,
No, I don't think that there would be any kind of which kind of politician would come up and back something like that, like saying, okay,
I
you have to own Bitcoin.
I mean, I don't know, because you have, people in the gov talking about CBDCs. I mean, like we're heading in that kind of direction, which is scary, because even in the traditional financial system, you're seeing you don't have the same access or accessibility to your money that you did maybe 5-10 years ago. So it's like we're not having the freedom to spend our money when we want it, how much we want to spend it, who we want to spend it with, and especially when it's international, which is like a whole other thing. So I see Maddie's point.
The other thing you talk about, just the money and how fast something that just happened to me this weekend. I hadn't even had a chance to really share anything, and I'm going to dox myself here, but that's fine. I use Bank of America, right? And I use that because it's easy, the UX, UI, it's whatever, fine. So normally I could transfer money between my accounts, lickety split, same day, been able to do it for years. This weekend, my wife and I noticed that we can no longer send money between our accounts instantly over the weekend now. It takes at least 2 to 3 days. So I have like $1,000 in this account and I want to send like $500 to my other account. Nope, it's going to take at least 48 hours now for Bank of America to make that transfer.
What?
Between my own personal accounts.
What?
That's not me sending money to you, Randy, or money to Monty Greenspan or to my wife. That's just me sending money to me in my own bank accounts, and now they want to put it 48 hours.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
Thank you.
Because if you were to use the debit card or something connected to that account, you would have been able to spend it. So what's the difference?
One day I'm going to make public all of my conversations between me and my bank about withdrawing my own Bitcoin to my own account, and that'll be fun, but for now, that'll stay behind the scenes.
That's horrifying, man. That is actually horrifying. You cannot move your
It's
funds
my
between
money.
yourself.
It's my account, but they still decide to do
Yeah,
it.
it's not your money. It's
Oh, well.
literally not your money. Even Randy in the chat got a letter from Chase that I can only withdraw 5 times a month. So you could go to Chase and you can only withdraw from the ATM 5 times a month. Otherwise, they will charge you a fee. So what is that?
Whoa!
I don't know if that's only in New York or where we live, but what? Not your money, not literally your money, not your money.
Yeah.
Not your keys, not your coin is for real, but not.
And this is what I was trying to say, but before the internet cut me off, and I'm going to end on this one because I got a lot of stuff to do after.
Yes, go, sir.
Decentralized finance. This is going to put them all out of business. It's going to separate the dinosaurs from, those of us living in the future. And, when you can see all of the operations of a financial institution on the blockchain, things are going to be different.
I don't think they want that, though. I think that's the big problem is they don't want that transparency.
That's why that's why we're going to eradicate them.
Ooh.
Because they want to continue to
but don't you
own
think
the show, and decentralized code can simply do it better than them.
Right.
It can take their own game of manipulating interest rates and actually allow the market to do that itself without a human interacting with it. And we're going to help push that forward at Quantum Economics in a big way.
That's beautiful. That's well said, sir.
We'll see you soon.
Have a great one, Maddie. Maddie, I'm going to keep you on here for a minute.
All right.
So, the winner of our Ballet Zesty Wallet, we have Moo. I know you were entering mad bobbies in the chat, so you deserve this. Please hit. I think I have you on Twitter, but send me a DM anyway with your email, so that way I can forward it to the ballet team, and I'll get you going. So send me your email on Twitter, thetweeter.com. Thetweeter.com. So, Maddie.
Yeah.
What is one thing before we close out the show, and I'm gonna drop a Hot Wheels NFT pack for our friends in the chat. What is one thing you really want to let people know, especially while their pockets might be hurting and they're having a little trouble, like their diamond hands, like they're trying to keep the diamond hands, and they don't want to flop over, they don't want to have lettuce hands, they're not trying to like sell their Bitcoins or anything like that. So what's your message?
Man, I know it's tough right now, but it will get better. Do what you can. I sound like a broken record. I'm going to say it till I die. Be smart, be safe, stack sats, hodl. We're going to see regulation coming fast and furious, faster than a Vin Diesel movie. Okay, baby. So buckle up. I wish Paul Walker was on this one for a ride, but he's not. So just do your research, because there's projects out there that are really good that are under the radar, but just make sure you're getting in the right. Because this is a really great opportunity to acquire some projects and invest in some things that you might not be able to. So be happy. I know it's hard right now. It's hard for me even. It's hard for all of us. But great things come, and we need places like this and spaces like this to be encouraged by people like you, so we can in times like these go, hey, yes, love, we need to, move forward and keep that zestiness and keep that fire going. So I think that's my message, is a message of love, hope, and encouragement, and be smart, be safe, stack sats, hodl.
Yes, that is what we needed. This is literally what we needed. We needed Maddie Sats to come on today, and we didn't even know, guys. Okay, like this is the positivity that we need. We need the positive sentiment. I am done reading. Maddie, I don't know if you've been seeing the tweets, but I've been seeing the tweets. I am upset. Stop everyone tweeting that they're depressed. Stop tweeting that boopity bop bop. No, we're fine.
Right.
We are literally fine. Like looking even at the Bitcoin price from last year to this year. Like, bro, you really stop.
I think the people aren't fine are probably the folks who came in near the top.
The top, yes. And you learn. You live and you learn. Even in the traditional markets, some stocks are down like 80%. There was one stock that I forgot what it was after hours. I think it was Friday, and it crashed to like 40%. Like crashed 40%. Like this stuff happens in traditional markets too. So don't say it's just crypto. Don't be sad. There's so much innovation. There's amazing people like Maddie that are on spaces all the time, trying to educate, trying to show you the zesty way. Tom Crown, people like Tom Crown in the chat. Please follow Tom Crown. People like him. Grinding during the bear market when a lot of people left, he's still doing charts, still showing people what's up with the charts, having people understand what's going on with price action, having Maddie, Gerald, everyone that goes on Twitter spaces and helping each other. We're one big community. Like, come on, like Maddie said, this could be a nice time to get in. This could be a nice entry point, but it's also a good time for education. So stop tweeting that you're sad. There's no reason to be sad. Crypto, it did not go anywhere. The blockchain is still here. Bitcoin's still up. That blockchain's still running. NFTs are still going. New projects, new games coming out every single day. So don't wait until the bull market to come back and be like, oh, sheesh, I missed it. Like, no, we're here. We didn't go anywhere.
Be right now. This is like, again, a great entry point. Like you said, I think that was the key words, entry point. When you look at especially what happened where we were sub 20, I think so many people were going, we're never going to see 20. And we saw all the tweets, right? From over 18 months. We're never going to 20. I was one of those people that was kind of like, I don't know if we will. I was wrong. But it's a great opportunity. Be thankful, be grateful for what you have. And I think also, one thing that I need to look at is to be mindful is that it's not just about crypto or Bitcoin or numbers on a screen. There's more to life than just that. And, you've been very good about just getting out and getting involved in life and
grass.
Grass, right? Get out there and do that. And that will help, I think, improve your mood as well. The fresh air and oxygen. That's why I'm outside today. So again, just doing all those things that you can do, self-care to be positive.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, please go touch grass. please go outside. Be like Maddie, right outside, chilling with the trees, with the fresh O2 outside. It is a beautiful summer. A lot of people, yes, I understand we're hot, but it's okay. Get some fresh air, touch some grass, come back inside and keep doing your thing. Because you know what? There's so much to life. We need to be happy. We need to be grateful that we're even involved in this market and knowing about Bitcoin at such an early stage. Because don't forget, guys, we are still early. Maddie Satz has been here for a while and he could even tell you it's still early. You know, there's so much that is gonna happen, so much innovation that's even happening right now that we're gonna look back and be like, wow, all that happened during a bear market. Heck yes it did. Heck yes it did.
Well, so many people are distracted by the noise that we miss the signal of what's really trying to come through in this bear market and in these conditions right now. One of the things that I always like to point back to, and our good friend Paul McNeil and I. Yeah, he'll tell you the interview that Ross Stevens from NYDIG did back in 2021 saying, hey, here's what's coming. Here's how we're laying this out for the major FIs, traditional banks. We're going to do this, how they're going to be able to self-custody and issue and do loans against Bitcoin and all these kinds of things. And then when you get the documentation from the FDIC and the OCC at the end of last year, that as well as another piece, you start seeing like the Bank of Paris, what is the national bank, like the Bank of America in Paris saying, guess what? We're going to offer crypto and custody. It's all happening. Look at the payment adoption and the rails. Look what Jack Mallers is doing with Strike and Lightning. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin without a doubt will be the global universal payments rail system, period. Done. And why do you think China and Russia are coming up with a new settlement, a new international currency for BRICS? BRICS is their trading thing called Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America. It's been going on since 2009. They just came out. Reuters put out the story yesterday. They're going to be launching their own currency to settle, to dethrone the dollar. It's going to be a DCEP, which is a CBDC, and it's going to be a digital yuan. They're going to take down the dollar. We're seeing the separation of money and state across the board.
Wow. This is insane. Yes, there's so many people throwing like spicy emojis in the chat because yes, this is spicy. This is spicy. I'm fired up too, man. I am fired up because I am done seeing these bad tweets. Stop it. Literally stop it. There's no excuses. Yes, we learned a lot. We learned a lot. A lot of things happened that we didn't think was going to happen, but that's good because without this, mainstream adoption will not occur and we need mainstream adoption. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So don't have Legus hands. Don't flop over. All right? Diamond hands only. Right, Maddie? Right, Maddie?
You got it. And not even kale hand. Kale hand.
No, not kale.
Spinach. Nothing like that.
Yeah. I don't think I like kale.
It's a very acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's kale anyways.
Yeah. Do you guys like kale? Guys, after the show, let me know in the comments if you guys like kale. And let me know if you liked the spice in this show today, if you guys felt the zest. Thank you so much to everyone that came. Congrats to Paul for getting his secret code from Supremacy. Thank you to Supremacy fam for tuning in. And Moo. Moo has been going off. Moo Chain in the chat, going off. You have won your ballet wallet. Please, again, send me your email on Twitter if you haven't already. Guys, please follow Maddie Satz. Let me get Maddie's Twitter really quick to drop in the chat. If you guys haven't already followed Maddie Greenspan, all of his information is in the bio. Follow Maddie Satz, have his notifications on, so when he goes on Twitter Space, if you have any questions about anything, they will answer it. And they're not going to be mean. They're not meanie poos. They're very nice people. And Maddie's always going to help you out. He helped me find a cool mic that I actually use for my on the street interview. So whether it's microphones, whether it's cameras, whether it's cryptocurrencies, Maddie Satz is your man. Thank you, Maddie, for coming on the show. Where can everyone find you if the Twitter wasn't enough? Yep.
There on the Twitter at Maddie Satz. Everything's Maddie Satz on all the socials. Try to keep the brand tight and consistent on the YouTube channel, on the Medium app. So yeah, it's out there. I really don't do the gram that much for Maddie Satz. I try to keep that, the one that's just family,
Yeah.
So, that's keep that on but everything else, I'm there. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Medium. Appreciate your support.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you for coming, Maddie. Maddie, I know he's not here, but thank Maddie for coming today. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming. You guys are really awesome. I know a ton of you came in like halfway through, but like that's actually a vibe because you guys did not miss too much. If you guys came in a little late, please watch the replay. And again, please like, subscribe, comment after this is over, and share this out with friends if you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to clip any stuff you liked from this episode. If you felt it was spicy, share that out too. Thank you guys, everyone. Thank you for coming and making this day so zesty. I will be back on Wednesday at 4 discussing the markets and some charts. What's another zesty guest? He will be a returning one, so guess who it is in the comments. Have a great day, everyone, and as always, stay zesty. Peace.
Good morning, crypto Twitter, it's Misty Crypto, spreading crypto with options showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included, it's really that simple. We are savage, amazeball, zesty, making money at the same time, spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z, better change the world, so y'all better get ready. Misty Crypto, I'm never backing down, I got a wax account, you should